Welcome everybody for this Company of Heroes 3cast. This time it's me, Herr Blautier, playing as the British forces, and I play against Theodosios, playing as the Wehrmacht. And I would like to anticipate that I actually won this game. I can't believe it, because Theodosios is one of the best players out there. And actually I'm a huge fan, because I mean he's playing clean, and he's playing wisely, and he's kind at the same time. And with that, let's also anticipate that we saw a Tiger, we saw Grants with MP40, we saw anti-tank guns, we saw MGs, we saw like everything. And with that, I think we will see a cast of a very good game. Let's give it a try. So, actually, I do actually ready to fog of war now, because I'm interested in analyzing what both players were doing. And as we already can see, I am going for the T1 and open with 2 zappers. At the same time, it's nice to see that both players are kind to each other. That's most important, I guess. So Theodosios is showing us the good style as well. And he's also opening with a T1 and opens with some grins. As already pointed out, he will go for some MP40s. So actually I'm curious for how many grins he went. I assume he was just going for 3 or 4 grins, actually. Felt like way more of them. Alright, interestingly, he's going for this point, this 10 times 3 points first, and splitting up his then sandbags. Now we see that the second pioneer, he's opening with 2 pioneers actually, and the second pioneer captured this fuel point. And now the grants and the pioneers are capturing this side of the map. Alright, I'm pretty much doing the same thing. I think it's pretty important to, even more for the northern player, to capture this point early and build up some sandbags, because sooner or later an enemy squad will occupy one of these buildings, and then you're having quite a bad time with getting control of this fuel point. Okay, now I'm trying to keep my troops a little bit together. I'm not sure whether it's a mistake to go to the north with my section, the south with both of my zappers. We will see. Both players are using follow-up commands to build up sandbags over here. Try to deny the green cover for him over there. However, I see that the grants are already engaging, and that's a little bit dangerous, because now I have 2 close range units against 2 grant squads. I try to engage from this direction so that he's not having a direct line of fire to my zappers, and that I can engage better. Alright, interesting. Now he's having yeah, the pioneers as well, so these boys are pretty strong when I don't focus them, because they can deal close range damage. Alright. 6 model drops for me, and only 3 model drops for him, so phew, that's pretty bad. Okay, 4. I lost more manpower than him. That is not that good. On the other hand, this squad decided to... Wait a second, where's the pioneer? Ah, it retreated, okay. Okay, then it's 5 for 6 models. Then it's not too bad. However, the pioneers of the Wehrmacht are quite cheap, so... Okay, I'm capturing the top victory point. He's decapping my fuel over here. So it's pretty neat what he's playing at the moment. And we already see the first MP40s with this squad over here. That is super dangerous. And very soon we'll see something that confused me quite a lot. I mean, I know that these guys are really strong, and that's why they are meta at the moment for Wehrmacht. At the same time, I was a little bit confused that what just happens now. ended up pretty bad for me. However, now, yeah, I repelled this pioneer. I'm getting back my fuel, I guess. Yeah, okay, nice. Yeah, and as we can see, I mean, the grins with the MP40. Okay, I mean, actually, they are having 3 MP40 and 3 K98. Still, I think that the, because I'm already having the scopes upgrade, I think that the sections should be a little bit stronger. I mean, this is already long range, and I am garrison and he's in green cover. I believe I should win this fight. That it feels wrong that the section squad is actually shredded from the grenadier squad over there. Interesting to see, however. Alright, now I kept back my fuel, that's good. I mean, Theodosios is already having better map control. We lost 40 victory points. We have a slight resources disadvantage. At the same time, I'm now having 4 sections, and this is something really strong. Okay, I remember this situation. I intended to leave this building and at the same time enter the building with the pioneers. However, that was a little bit a bad timing for me, because I mean I should have left the building a little bit later so that the engineers were a little bit closer. Oh, I'm winning this fight over here. And the intention, of course, was to then win against these nasty grenadiers over there. Ooh, okay, this engineer squad certainly will die. Yep, it's dead already. Okay, now he's decapping my 10 times fuel. That's pretty... Oh, he's not doing that. Okay. Yeah, okay, he wants to make sure that he will wipe the engineer. Yeah, maybe that's not even a bad choice, because, I mean, yeah, it's dying anyway. Yeah, however, no, you could be sure about that. Nice, okay, well played, Theodosios. And again, he is having map control. That is bad. 2 MP40 squads already, and we... Okay, yep. We see... Okay, 3 MP40. We see 3 grenadiers. 4 grenadiers, and all 4 grenadiers already have the MP40. That is huge. And he's decapping my field. That is huge as well. I try to fight him long range over here, but I guess I'm wasting this engagement a little bit. Because, yeah, I didn't see this grenade over there. However, now the Flamer squad is dealing severe damage. Ooh, 4 model drops already. Yeah, the squad has to retreat. Oh, little pioneer run. Alright, nice. Well, this engagement, that is not too bad. And still, I mean, I won this engagement, and still he decapped my 10 times fuel. And this is why I decided, alright, I need an MG, because 4 Grants with MP40 and Pioneers is something really, what is really hard to fight, actually. And on this map, actually, when you're fighting down here, an MG is not even too hard to use, because yeah, it's more like an open field over there. Because for instance, when the MG is located over here behind this tractor, yeah, then the entire field from over here to over here is shut down by the MG. And I think I'm more or less using this position. Yeah, look at that. It's not even bad. Okay, so we see that the map control for me is not so good, actually. However, I managed the first time in the match to have a victory point advantage. And I remember this situation because it felt really great. Mhm. I am afraid that a huge blob of death is forming. No, it's not. Okay. 2 squads. That's fair. Yeah. By the way, I would like to point out that on this map I also would always play these MP40 grids because they are really strong. Because there are so many corners and walls and stuff like that. That is actually yeah, hampering the line of sight for both players. The MP40 squads are having an advantage because it's quite easy to engage over small distances. Right, so now we see he's going for a Stuck. So he went for the T3. Not the... Wait a second. Oh, that's me, okay. Yeah, okay. He went for the T3. Oh, wow. Ooh. That is a huge blob. Dangerous. Okay. How do we come away? Nice. I noticed this blob actually. That was why I decided to engage over here to get some map control. And that is something I would recommend to everybody that is seeing a blob or who's seeing a blob. I mean, as soon as you see, okay, 3 grenadiers are forming a blob in the north, feel free to capture the south, because most likely he's not having any more or much more infantry units to deal with the decap action over there. Yeah, so I think that was a little bit a mistake of Theodosios actually, because you don't even need that a big blob to get the map control, because the MP40 grids are quite strong. I mean, I get the intention because he wanted to get the wipe up here. Yeah, and now we see the power of the MG just camped over here, but he can't engage any further over here because the MG is just shutting down the blob. Okay, that's dangerous actually, because now the blob arrived at the south, and this squad, it has to run. Run! Please run! Ooh, could be scarce. Maybe that's a wipe. Okay, the second Stuck, so he's having decent anti-in firepower with these radius with MP40. And at the same time he's having decent anti-tank firepower. And these Stucks aren't even bad in fighting infantry too, so yeah, not bad. Now I'm curious how much damage the Stuck will deal to the MG. Whoa, look at that, look at that. I guess the Stuck is not intended to do anti-infantry damage that is that high actually. Wow, what a shot. Okay, the first time in the game I'm having better map control than Theodosios. Wow, I'm really proud of that. And I decided to go for a Crusader medium tank and the armored battery for the British forces, even though he is having a Stuck. Oh, I thought I need something to deal with the MP40 runs, because, yeah, I guess it's just not strong enough. Now I try some ground attacks with the Crusader. Not working too well, actually. One boys rifle squad. That's maybe a little bit less for 2 Stucks. Maybe 2 boys rifle squads would have been a better idea. So I think that's a mistake of me. I went for 3 scope rifle sections because I thought, yeah, I need anti-in firepower. However, these guys are still not able to deal with MP40 grins. So maybe not that a good idea. Oh, why do I engage with the Crusader? That's luckily it was not in range. Oh, okay, I want to bait these Stucks in because I am now having an anti-tank gun. Oh, that was a pretty good idea to go for the anti-tank gun. Wow, look at that map control actually. He's just having the 10-time fuel left. That's great. What is he doing? He's building another Pioneer actually, so with more repair capabilities. I mean, sure, why not? Oh, look at that mine. Oh, wow. I think he actually shot the mine, not my squad, and that caused some model drops from me, even though he was not hitting perfectly. Right. It's becoming silent over here. Don't see anything new at the Western Front. Oh. Okay, I'm trying to engage. I'm not quite sure whether I noticed that there are 2 squads already. Oh, three squads. I could have noticed that by the decapture processes over here. Did I notice? Now what's happening next? Idle pioneers. The Stuks are... actually, something... I mean, now I deactivate the fog of war, however, something that is really a drawback for the Stuks is that they are quite loud. This sound is constantly revealing the position of the Stuks, actually. I mean, I used this position several times during the match to just hear what's going on the map, and now I noticed that the Stuk left this position, I guess. And this Stuk is something I more or less knew that it's camping there. Yeah. Crusader instantly retreats, soft retreats. And Theodosios is planting mines. That's a good idea. Engaging in the north. By that time in the match I already was a little bit anxious because look at my victory points, 330 left, and I thought, oh, I really have to get back some victory points. That's not an ideal situation. And I certainly will lose at this engagement, right? Because he's getting close range. He's not going for close range. He's throwing nades. Ooh, they hit more or less. I retreat. That was a good idea to just go. Crusader has to leave as well. Ah, okay. Maybe I forgot about. Maybe I didn't hear it. Most likely I just forgot that the Stuks over here. Wow! And look at that. He went for a. He went away for a naval buffer, and I am not sure why. Why he fired at this position actually, because it didn't hit my MG. And I'm pretty sure that he aimed on this position, and it was not just a scattering of the shots causing the Nebelwerfer not to hit the MG at all. So, interesting to see. Choice of firing with the Nebelwerfer. Oh. Section is in danger again. Oh, retreat. Nice. Yeah. Okay, that's neat. MG pinned this Grenadier squad, and I remember the situation because I actually thought, whoa, what am I doing? I have to soft retreat because, I mean, if they Faust my Crusader, then it certainly will be dead because there is a Stuk. However, everything turned out to be okay. I'm not just saying the Nebelwerfer firing. I tried to soft retreat, however this rocket hit pretty decently. Okay, so we see some defensive mines of mine. Over here and over here. Just have my anti-tank gun. Okay, the MG is a little bit annoying again. That's nice. Oh no. Oh, I remember this situation. I just It's on the top of my own mine, and the Stuk fired at the Crusader and hit my mine, and now I'm having an engine damage. Such a bad luck. Oh, damn. Okay, so this is another mistake of me. Always try to keep in mind where you planted mines and try to never, yeah, enter the locations of your own mines with your armor or your infantry. Yeah. Okay, decapping the northern victory point, that is good. We have to pay more attention for the victory points. Ooh, the huge pop of death. It's interesting to see that Theodosios is actually making use of blobs a little bit too much, actually. I mean, he's having map control, so it's working. However, I think... I mean, we already saw situations where I decapped nearly all his fuel points. Ah, nice, now he shot his own mine. And I think this was just possible due to Theodosios overusing blobs a little bit. Because I mean, I decapped this point, and capped them actually at one point of the match. I mean, like 4 or 5 minutes ago. This certainly wouldn't have been possible when just not overuse these blobs. Alright, so what is happening at the British Forces base? Okay, I see. Yeah, maybe I'm... Yeah, just going for another anti-tank gun. Save up for 4 victory points. So then... Ooh, there's a good engagement now. Okay, the first major mistakes of Theodosios actually, because he just forgot to follow these grants with his with one of his Stuks at least. However, that's just a mistake that happens during the heat of the moment. I mean, maybe I was just overextending a little bit too much. Oh, there again, the MG was just located at the very center of the mine, so... oh, and it's diffused. So that could have been a wipe if the MG would have been retreating, so pretty dangerous. Blautier, don't do stuff like that. Oh, that's really not a good idea. The grants behind green cover, these are invulnerable. Look at that! Oh boy. The 0 damage action. Okay. Now we see the drawback of the anti-tank guns on this map. I mean, there are so many corners, as I already pointed out. It's pretty hard to get some nice hits with the anti-tank guns. Yeah, okay, so now we're seeing the first Churchill. Oh, we don't see the first anti-tank gun at the moment. That's bad. The second anti-tank gun. Panzer IV. Panzer IV and 2 Stuks versus 1 anti-tank gun, 2 Crusaders, a medium tanks, a boys squad, boys rifle squad. Nice! Okay, that was a little bit a mistake of Theodosios now. Ooh, and that could be a wipe as well. Am I focusing this Grenadier squad? No, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm doing it. However, it's coming away. Ah, that's sad. But one of the Stuks is dead. That's huge. Wow, the other Stuk is nearly dead as well. Ooh, what an engagement. Wow. What went wrong for Theodosios over here? I mean, the anti-tank gun certainly did the trick over here. However, there was one really good shot of the Churchill as well, so... Oh, wow, he's having a repair bunker. Wow, okay. And 3 Grenadier, 3 Pioneers and... Wow. And 3 Grenadiers. So he suffered 1 squad wipe. Okay. And one of the Stuks died. No, wait a second. 4 grenadiers. Okay, so no squad wise for Theodosios, just a Stuckdale. Okay, that's dangerous because of the Nebelwerfer. Where is it? Yeah, and Theodosios is instantly taking the advantage. And I have to retreat. Ah, that was a mistake of me. I blocked a little bit too much over here. 2 zappers to have more repair capabilities. That's a good idea. I guess I see something that's maybe an issue for Theodosios. Ooh, that will be a squad wipe. Ooh, that was bad. However, what I want to point out is that I just noticed that Theodosios is having anti-inf firepower that is completely based on infantry, despite from the Panzer IV. Ooh, wow, okay. 2 squad wipes for 1 squad wipe for each player. So anti-inf firepower that is completely inf based, and his anti-tank firepower is completely tank based, despite from this anti-tank gun. And I think that is dangerous because that makes his army composition quite easy to counter. Ooh, will that be another squad wipe actually? Oh no, I'm letting... Yeah, okay, I tried to focus his armor. Yeah, now we see the drawback of his army composition. I mean, I decrewed his anti-tank gun, and now I know that the rest of his anti-tank is armor based, and I feel like, right, I mean, I'm having a Churchill and it's can withstand some shots. And yeah, let's see Crusader. However, I know most likely kill all his armor as well. And he certainly suffered some severe manpower bleeds because of the losses over here. Wow, okay, that was huge. Yeah, okay, now I see that this most likely is the biggest turning point in the match. Because, I mean, huge manpower drain for Theodosios. He's trying to kill something with ground attacks, that's nice. Or attack ground, yeah. However, he lost his entire armor. And I noticed that, however, I didn't feel confident to engage with my low armor now. Even though I was pretty sure that he is just having 1 anti-tank gun left. Yeah, now Theodosius is just having 3 grenadiers or what? No, 4 grenadiers, okay. So he rebuilt one of his grenadier squads. And okay, I mean his armor composition still is quite sturdy. There's 4 grenadiers, an anti-tank gun, and 3 pioneers. No, 2 pioneers. Okay, just 2 pioneers are left, so suffered 2 squad wipes actually. A pioneer squad is dead and a gren. Okay. So the armor composition Theodosius is having at the moment is still good enough to, yeah, to just withstand my engagements, I guess. Even more since he already planted some defensive mines. Well played at this point. 2 vehicles already, that's nice. Still, it's a pretty sticky situation at this point, because, I mean, now Theodosius is just having 1 anti-tank gun for anti-tank, and I noticed that and decided to go for... Oh, no, wait a second. Later on I'm going for the Crusader. For some reason I now decided to go for a Churchill. I mean, that's good as well. Yeah, and this anti-tank gun certainly will be dead. Yep. So quite a blobby engagement from me at this point. But still, sometimes it's... if you know that the enemy is not having an MG or stuff like that, it's sometimes a good idea to just build a huge blob. So... think it's okay. He is now losing his repair bunker and his Nebelwerfer, and I tried to kill it entirely. I think that was a good idea because Nebelwerfer is quite scary. And yeah, at this point of the match I thought, wow, it's GG. It's GG. However, now we see a tiger. Oh boy. And I mean, despite from my armor being nearly full life at this very moment of the game, the tides will turn pretty quickly actually. Wow, look at that, the tigers nearly three-shotting my Churchills, even though they're having quite decent armor. Luckily they can smoke themselves. And now let's have a sturdy retreat. Okay, in the meantime, Theodosios is decapping a little bit of my map control, but at the same time yeah. Oh wow. Oh, that's a huge mistake. Okay, this Churchill is dead. Oh, what a huge mistake. That's so unnecessary. I think that was just a misclick, right? That was incredibly scary. I thought, wow. I thought it was GG, now it's GG for me? Seriously? But then I noticed, oh right, I captured his anti-tank gun. This will save the day. But this anti-tank gun is pretty off at the moment. But the Park 40 is doing a good job, and now the section is coming into trying to get the engine damage. Oh, well, it has to retreat instantly because the tiger is just a beast. Now it lost half of his life. Nice. In the meantime, the Crusader A medium tank is just having a good time. Look at that. Oh wow, oh no. He one-shot my boys rifle squad, that was a huge blow. Boah, this tiger is so scary. Notice the tiger coming back to Theodosios' base. So to insta-retreat my Crusader, a medium tank, and yeah, I think this was a situation where I thought, okay, I mean, I'm having a Churchill and 2 anti-tank guns, so I'm having more or less decent anti-tank firepower. Now I just should try to shut down his infantry, and then I will be fine, I guess. Thus I decided to go for another Crusader A medium tank instead of another Churchill. I think that was... Come on! The tiger. The tiger. Just doing tiger stuff. I think this squad was a little bit unnecessary. I mean, yeah, it was clamped up during the retreat, so it's fair. The tiger one-shotted it. And to be fair, I mean, I was a little bit greedy with this capture. I should have with this capture. I should have been retreating way earlier. So, yeah. However, now I knew the position of the tiger, and I decided to. And I already also noticed that he is capturing over there. So I decided to harvest this squad real quick. And the Crusader A medium tanks are really strong in harvesting infantry, so... And this actually is pretty important, or was pretty important at this point of the match, because... Yeah, I mean, Theodosios is having a tiger, however, his infantry is already quite... it shrinked already quite severely, so, yeah. I think the most important thing now is to kill infantry to make sure that the anti-tank guns are having a better time. Okay, the Churchill is a little bit too idle at the moment, that is not good. One shot of the anti-tank gun, of course, why not? Oh boy, the Tiger is just countering everything. Armor, infantry, anti-tank guns, everything. Really strong, this boy. Yeah. However, still 2 anti-tank guns are a little bit too much for even for a Tiger. Oh, now we see another Churchill. Okay. So 2 Crusaders, 2 anti-tank guns and 2 Churchills. Okay. Theodosios decides not to overextend over here. I think that is a good idea. Yeah, because I mean he already learned that overextending is a bad idea over here. Due to the Crusader medium tanks. Oh, pathfinding. Please. Luckily you can't engage due to the anti-tank guns. Oh, that was scary. Oh, and he's having another Stuck. I think that's a good choice, because I mean, the Tiger is strong enough to deal with infantry and the armor and the anti-tank guns, and the Stuck is just good for countering my armor, which I certainly heavily relying on at the moment. By the way, I already got the armored vehicle training, which is just increasing the firepower and the survivability of my vehicles, and I think it's... okay, now I decided to retreat and reinforce my anti-tank guns. I think that was a good idea. How it was not a good idea to leave the MG behind. Oh boy, that's certainly dead. Oh no, what a huge mistake. Oh, veteran C2 MG. Yep. That MG is gone. Sniper Tiger. Oh, that's fair. I mean, again, I just overextended with a squad and the Tiger killed it. I should have learned that already. Theodosios learned of his mistakes, but I did not. I mean, certainly he's the better player, and that is why I'm a little bit curious why I'm winning at the moment. I mean, this the engagement at minute 20 or so when I killed this entire armor over here, that was the turning point. Actually, I think he's not recovering from that. And I mean, I also stole his anti-tank gun, and he's not having enough manpower to rebuild it, because he is also lacking, yeah, infantry severely. Wow, ooh, that's another huge blow. Okay, I see. I will lose a Crusader, a medium tank, due to that. However, I think I actually can take this loss. Rather than he can, because I mean, he is having severe issues with his anti-inf firepower. Or, I'm not even losing it. Ooh, okay. That's perky. Ooh, now the Tiger's in a pretty bad spot. The Churchill is blocking the shot at the anti-tank gun. Maybe I should have been blocking the second shot. Oh, that's the GG call. Wow. Yeah. Okay, to sum it up, I think the biggest mistake of Theodosios actually were to maybe two mistakes. The first mistake actually I think is that he went for infantry-based anti-infantry firepower and tank-based anti-tank firepower, despite from just one anti-tank gun. And I think this is a little bit, let's say unbalanced. That's an unbalanced army composition, in my opinion. I mean, he certainly is the better player, and maybe I'm wrong and he is right, but I think that was one of the mistakes he was doing, because this enabled me to go for one anti-tank gun, later for two, because I kept his anti-tank gun, and this allowed me to deal with his anti-tank firepower pretty easily, and with that I was able to have any freedom for my tanks. And with that in turn, I was able to get several of his several squad wipes of his grenadiers. Because every time I noticed, okay, a grenadier is capping over there, or over there, or over there, don't know, I could use my Crusader A medium tanks to wipe them real quick. And Theodosios actually wasn't able to do anything against that, because if he wanted to intervene, he should have been using his Stuks. The Stuks in turn would have been in danger due to the anti-tank guns. So yeah, I think that was one of the biggest mistakes of him, the army composition. What he could have been done in this very situation, I guess. Yeah, however, maybe. Actually going for the T2 and for Jägers with Shreks. I mean, I know that's more or less meta at the moment, and I also know that then he could have been suffering of the fact that both his anti-infantry firepower and his anti-tank firepower would have been based on infantry, which could lead to severe manpower bleeds. Still, I think that could have been a good idea, because then the Crusaders, the Crusaders wouldn't have been able to engage that aggressively, because the Jägers with Shreks are super dynamic. Is that the correct expression? I don't know. They can maybe dynamic is the right expression, because I mean they can sneak around corners and shoot really quick and then sneak back, and the Stück can't do that. Yeah, and then I think he could have been going for maybe 2 Panzer IVs and a Tiger instead of the Stücks and the Tiger. And with that, he would have been having a good anti-tank firepower as well as a good anti-in firepower. I think that would have been better, going for Jägers with Rex instead of the Stücks. I mean, I get the point. He also wanted to have the Nebelwerfer. Yeah, and suddenly that's a good idea on this map, because Nebelwerfer can be backed up quite easily with MGs or infantry this map due to the corners. Yeah. Interesting. Still, I think the army composition was not that good on this map. Okay, another mistake that Theodosios actually did was to overextend with his grenadiers, mostly at the northern part of the map, so over here and over here. And that enabled me to get 2 squad wipes for free with the Crusade a medium tanks. Maybe he didn't know how powerful these guys can be against infantry. So yeah, I think that was a mistake over here. Mistakes of me were certainly that I didn't plant enough mines. I mean, look at my ammunition, 600 at the end of the game. I planted some defensive mines over here and over here. But that's not enough. I mean, 600 ammunition and 2 pioneers. Yeah, should have enabled me to plant so many mines. And mines could have actually wiped the Tiger more or less, because I mean, if the Tiger would have been hitting a mine and 2 anti-tank guns then are chasing the Tiger, as well as Churchill maybe, this bad boy suddenly wouldn't have survived that. No. Mines win games, and I just forgot to plant mines. I mean, I didn't forget that entirely. I mean, I built some mines over there, but 600 ammunition, that's just too much. I mean, recon artillery, I used that, and it's quite expensive. Oh, still, 600 ammunition is too much. Yeah. what else did I do wrong? Yeah, I mean, I forgot to plant sandbags over here. And over here. So Theodosios actually made use of sandbags. Planted them over here and over here. Over here. Over here. Over there. Over there. And I mean, I also planted some sandbags, however, not enough actually. Or did he just crush them? I don't know. Sandbags. I should build more sandbags. I mean, I'm having 2 pioneers, they can do that. And I should build more barbed wire to deny his green cover. So that's another mistake I did. A good idea was to go for this upgrade actually for my tanks. However, at the same time, I think I should have been going for the infantry training as well. I was having enough resources for that upgrade at several points of the match. I just forgot to do it, so that was a mistake as well. Maybe some of my squads would have actually survived when I would have built this upgrade. Don't know, could have been the case. Anyway, okay, I think there's not much more for me to analyze. Maybe Theodosios should take a watch for this replay and analyze something from his point of view, because he's the much more experienced player actually. Could have been could be interesting. Anyway, with that, let's say GG, well played, and let's have a good time. See you.